So in this video, I'm going to go through section 4.2, which is on something called vertex form or intercept form. And so first I'm going to write down standard form, which is ax squared plus bx plus c. And you might notice this number 4. All of these they are not in standard form. They're in something called vertex form, which looks like this instead. Y equals a times x minus h squared plus k. So, sorry, this a doesn't look very good. That's an a. And where the h and the k are the coordinates of the vertex. So these are the vertex. So h is the x coordinate, k is the y coordinate. So in this equation, I'm going to write down our values. A equals 1. If there's no number in front, it's a 1. Like this one is a 1 and this one is a 1. But down here you can see we have a -2, +2. This would be -1. So in this number 4, it's a is +1. The h value, since this says +1, but in the formula it says -h, then h is really -1. And then this value tells us the value of k. So k is 3, which means that our vertex is at the point -1, 3. So left 1, up 3. That's where our vertex is. Okay. Now, I can show you, it says label the vertex and axis of symmetry. So we have the vertex. The axis of symmetry is going to go right through this x coordinate. So that's going to be where the parabola is symmetric. And we just need to figure out where the rest of the points are. And now, one other point that's going to be nice to find here is the y-intercept, and I'll show you how to find that. Y-intercept. So remember how to find y-intercepts before with lines. We plug in x, or we plug in 0 for x. So I'm going to plug in 0 into this function. So we get y equals 0 plus 1 squared plus 3. So that's 1 squared is 1 plus 3 is 4. So our y-intercept is at the point 0, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. The y-intercept is right there, which means this parabola has to start going like this, and it's going to be symmetric, so there has to be another point here, like this. Okay. So that's a good enough sketch for our parabola. I'm mainly concerned with the vertex and then y-intercept and the axis of symmetry. So that brings up, let's graph this function on Desmos. So I have it right here. That's pretty much what we had. There's the vertex, -1, 3. There's the y-intercept. And there's that other point that we found. So now I want to show you how to get this function back into standard form. So in order to make this function into standard form, we're going to have to multiply, and you may remember from Algebra 1 that when you have something like this, x plus 1 squared, so x plus 1 with the parentheses and squared, that means to multiply x plus 1 times x plus 1. And we still have this plus 3 on the outside. So in order to multiply this, we use, I like to use the FOIL acronym. So F stands for the first two terms. We multiply those together and we get x squared. X times x is x squared. Then we do the outside terms. So x times 1, these are on the outside, so that's x. Then we do the inside, I stands for inside. So we do 1 times x is x again. And then we do the last two terms, 1 times 1 is 1. And then we still have this plus 3. So now we combine all the like terms. We have x squared plus 2x plus 4. So I'll write that here. X squared plus 2x plus 4. And now it's in standard form. And I'm going to go ahead and graph that on Desmos. X squared plus 2x plus 4, and show you that it's the same. Y equals x squared plus 2x plus 4. It's the exact same function. Notice it went right on top of the other one. So there are two different ways to write, and I would expect you to be able to take a function from vertex form and rewrite it into standard form, okay? And now another thing that we're going to confirm is, remember this equation, x equals negative b over 2a. That tells us the axis of symmetry, which we already know here should be at negative 1 because of this negative 1, because of this 1 right here. So if we do x equals negative b over 2a, b is positive 2, so we do negative 2, and a is equal to 1, so we do 2 times 1 is 2, and we can see our axis of symmetry is negative 1, so it's the same. And that's why this vertex form works. So we might want to put that one in your notes. Y equals a times x minus h squared plus k, where hk is the vertex. Okay, so that's it for this video. I'm going to do another video on another topic.